73-52, they get the win as the Tigers go to 2-3 in conference play and get their 7th win of the season in the process. Bradley Davis joining me now on our post-game report. First of all, congratulations. Secondly, a lot of things went right for the ladies today.
I thought they came out really focused at the start, and that just kind of set the tone for the whole game. And after the start that we had on Thursday, I was really impressed. Really impressed that they were able to do that to change that tenor.
And it seems like the defense was working so well that LMU had to really milk the shot clock an awful lot of times today.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job. You know, credit Coach Brown. She did a good job coming up with a defensive game plan for today, and we mixed it up pretty well, and just kind of kept them a little bit out of sync for some possessions, and that really did the trick.
I don't remember seeing a game this year where the offensive rebounding went so well for you. I mean, you were getting second and third opportunities when you needed them, and in some pretty big crowds, too, because LMU wasn't going to back down from them, but just looked great on the boards.
No, they're long, and they've got some jumpers, and they're a good rebounding team, and I thought, you know, Maddie and Sid especially, but then Liz Elliott and Sam came in from the perimeter, and Cece as well inside. They just did a good job of staying on the boards, and that kind of sets the tone for the work ethic, to be honest.
You had a couple of players close to 500 points in the career. Sam Ashby made it, and she ended up with a little bit more in the bucket as she came up with 18 on the night. Just a great effort, and the whole weekend, she's just played excellent.
Yeah, she had a great week, and as did Sid, I think, off the bench, and but Sam kind of led us on the offensive output aspect, and you know, we talked in the huddle. I think it was announced that she had 500, and we just asked her if she was done yet, and came right out and got to the free throw line. So glad that didn't shake her focus for the game.
Well, you got everything that you wanted over the weekend. You wanted the two-game sweep. You got to get the wins at home, obviously, and especially LMU coming off a win at St. Mary's. They came in with a little bit of confidence. I thought you shut that down right away and just defended the house really well.
No, they're a very talented team. Ari Johnson, we've known for a long time. She's a local product. You know, Amaya's local, so we know a lot of their players. We know the talent, and we were able to keep Rodriguez, you know, up the three-point line for a lot of it, which was key. And Alexis is just a workhorse. I know she's been out for a bit, but we know she'll be full strength once we go down and see them again.
A lot of tape on the hands and wrists of Erica Adams. Can I ask you about that? I know she got in very late in the game and looked okay, but what's up?
No, she's doing well. She's got some bumps and bruises and was pretty sore Thursday game, which is why she didn't suit up. Feeling much better. It was just a rotation thing, and we had some success going, but she'll be back on the floor.
Okay. That's a chance to be a really good month for you. You've got a couple of short road games coming up next weekend, then 4 in a row at home to wrap up the month, so a chance to make some noise for the specific program.
Knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
No, we were definitely aware that we don't have to travel too far this month, and hopefully we can take advantage of that.
Okay, congratulations, Coach. They look great today. Just a great game plan, and it worked just about to perfection, I would say.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Bradley Davis, head coach of the Tigers. Pacific wins it, and we've got just one game to go in league play. Gonzaga is a winner over Santa Clara, 78-61. The Bulldogs off to a flying start, of course, in the West Coast Conference. 78-61, Gonzaga wins. Brigham Young defeats San Diego today, 63-49, and St. Mary's over Pepperdine, 68-58. Game I hope you enjoyed here. If you're a Tiger fan, you certainly did. It was Pacific by 21, better than LMU today, 73-52. We'll take a break, rock the document one final time, get you caught up on what the men are up to today, and the men are on the road in Malibu. More on that in a bit. And we'll say goodbye from the Spano Center on a cloudy, but maybe not quite so cloudy afternoon now here in Stockton to the Central Valley. Tigers by 21, final stats and more after this on the WCC Network.
Chase Chevrolet has been winning California business
since 1944.
Get a little Stocktonian in you.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Jamie, and we're owners of Smitty's Wings and Things here in Stockton.
As a former pro football player, Steve Smith knows about winning.
Football and business is about teamwork.
When they needed a new Tahoe for their business, a winning drive from the team at Chase Chevrolet was just a few clicks away.
And then delivered our car the next day, so it was very easy. I would do it again.
There's no competition.
Chase Chevrolet.
Buy into it.
Welcome to University of the Pacific. I'm Dr. Jeff Levine, Dean of Undergraduate Admission. People ask me all the time, hey Jeff, why University of the Pacific? Really, there's 5 main reasons. We're a big university with choices and small college caring. We have student-driven research for real and lasting change. We have real-life learning outside of the classroom through internships and co-ops. We have a campus culture building a sustainable future and a classic college vibe in Northern California. We invite you to join the Roar.
Pacific wins it big, 73-52 the score as the Tigers get the decision over the LMU Lions. First of 2 meetings they'll have, and toward the end of the 2023 West Coast Conference season, the Tigers will go down to Gersten Pavilion and take on the LMU Lions, and we'll see how it goes from there. Take a look at the final stats, first of all, for the victorious Pacific Tigers, now in a 6th place tie with St. Mary's and San Diego. The Toreros fall to 6th with their loss against BYU, and St. Mary's, with their win today, improving to 2-3. Pacific now 2-3 as well. More on that in a skosh. Let's look at the numbers. The Tigers for the game, 28 of 67, 42% from the field. They go 4 of 16 from three-point range. That's for 25%. And at the free throw line, just sparkled. You love this number. You didn't really need the free throws, but the day's going to come that you do. And when that happens, Tigers should be in good shape. They had 16 attempts and hit 13 for 81%. They get 22 points off turnovers, 46 points in the paint. Good high percentage shots. Lovely number that Bradley Davis is going to be quite happy with. 20-second chance points, 15 off fast breaks. They get 32 off the bench. The leading scorer and a 500-point performer now in her career at Pacific is Sam Ashby, the Perth, Australia product. 7 of 14 from the field, 2 three-pointers successful in 5 attempts, 2 of 2 at the line. And she gets 18 points for her effort. 2 other double-figure scorers for Pacific. Liz Smith had 10 points for C.C. Holmberg. Katie Deaton, Diamond Richardson, 6 points. Elizabeth Elliott coming up with 5 in the game. 4 for Madeline Ennis and Anaya James, and 2 points for Erica Adams. Everybody who got into the game able to score for the Tigers this afternoon. For LMU, dropping to a record of 5-12 on the season, 2-4, and now in 7th place in the West Coast Conference in front of Pepperdine. Pepperdine now bringing up the rear in the league at 1-5 in conference play. For the Lions, 12 of 15 at the free throw line. That's a good number, too. Not a good number, field goal scoring. They go 18 of 48 for 37.5%. They tried 15 three-pointers, made 4 of those for about 27%. And again, at the line, 12 of 15, a tasty 80% for Erica Hughes' squad. As far as total points, Cassandra Gordon, Ariel Johnson with 15 points apiece. Gordon, 4 of 7 shooting, perfect at the line. 3 three-pointers made in 5 attempts for 15. Ariel Johnson comes up with 15. 6 points, Amaya Oliver. And 5 points for Alexis Mark. 5 for Nicole Rodriguez. 4 points, Destiny Samuel. There were a couple of points scored by Kari Clark, Noelle Yancey, and Eva Toon, and Aspen Adams seeing action for LMU as they go back to L.A., and they've got a couple of home games next weekend. Tigers will be on the road, but they'll be at San Francisco and Santa Clara. And LMU going home with a weekend split on the road. Not awful. I mean, that's the best a lot of teams can hope for. If you win everything at home, split on the road, you've had a pretty decent season. So they get 1 here on the road trip. Blessedly for Bradley Davis and the Tigers, not the one today, as Pacific comes up with a 73-52 win. Points from turnovers, 10 for LMU. They had 14 in the pink compared to 46. An inside scoring for Pacific. 46-14. So that's 32 points more inside that Pacific had than LMU. 20-6 in second chance points, 4 fast break points for the Lions. And on the bench, they had 9 points, I should say, from the bench rather than in the bench or at the bench. That's basically how things go for LMU as they fall here today, 73-52. Pacific winners of their second straight, now on the road for a couple of games before wrapping up January at home with Thursday, Saturday games on the 19th and 21st in the final weekend of the year to get 2 more home games. Gonzaga leading the league. They remained unbeaten with their decision today over Santa Clara, 78-61. The Bulldogs over the Broncos today. The other games in the league, St. Mary's beating Pepperdine 68-58, 63-49. Brigham Young better than San Diego. San Francisco at Portland getting started in about an hour and 5 minutes in Portland. And, of course, the Pilots here on a couple of Saturdays, see if the Tigers can cool them down a little bit. The standings of the conference looking like this with 1 game to go. Gonzaga 6-0 in league play, 16-2 on the season. At their heels, the Portland Pilots 5-0, going to 2-2 for San Francisco, but again yet to play. 2-3 for San Diego. Brigham Young should be in front of the Dons right now with a 3-2 conference mark. Then San Diego 2-3, Pacific 2-3, St. Mary's is at 2-3 as well. Then LMU 2-4 in conference play, and Pepperdine in 10th place with their loss this afternoon. They go to 1-5 on the season. So the Tiger Men are in action this evening. They'll take on Pepperdine in about an hour. That game in Malibu scheduled for a 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time start. You can watch it on the WCC network, or Zach Bayrudy will have the call for you on Fox Sports Radio 1280. That, of course, here out of Stockton. You can catch it on the iHeartRadio app as well. As the Tigers look for the weekend sweep, the Tiger Men getting an exciting win at San Diego on Thursday, and they'll try to get the sweep with a decision over the Pepperdine Waves tonight. It is 3:56 Pacific Standard Time. Show's over. Say goodbye. The final once again, Pacific defeating LMU 73-52. Next action for the Tigers will be on Thursday at San Francisco. They'll play at Santa Clara Saturday, and then back home for an 11 o'clock game against Gonzaga on January 19th. It's Education Day here at the Spanos Center. And you can find out more about that if you're a teacher or administrator and you'd like your kids to have some educational pointers sent their way and catch some good college basketball. Also some healthy food to be served during that game as well. That's at 11 o'clock. I'll bring it to you on the WCC network starting right at around 11 o'clock. And that's going to be a big weekend for the Tigers. They can really disrupt some things with wins over Gonzaga and Portland. But let's get the road trip out of the way first and see what happens. We'll see you out here at the Spanos Center very soon. For Michael January and everybody involved with our production here, enjoying the Tiger win. Hope you enjoyed it as well. I'm Gary Ellenbolt. Good night from UOP, everyone. You've been watching a presentation of the WCC Sports Network.